Winning is not everything, it's the only thing. What's going on, guys? Dr. Sean here, author of Discover Choice. Here where we talk about how you can win and how we can win together. Have you heard that term before? Winning is not everything, it's the only thing. Have you heard that before? Where did you hear it? If you've heard it before, tell me where in the comments. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a famous football coach. Imagine that idea. Winning is the only thing. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing. Now imagine if we take to our days with this mindset, how different life would be. Let's unpack that a little bit. Imagine if we go about our days just thinking about victory, only thinking about success, only thinking about winning, as if that's the only option, as if that's the only plausible, likely outcome, as if that's the only sort of experience that we are open to have. Now, we can hear this in different ways. Some people hear winning is the only thing in sort of a constricted manner. I suggest to you that when we hear it the way it was intended, that it opens up opportunities marvelously, magnificently. Imagine if we go about our days thinking in terms of a win-lose mindset, or we go about an experience or a conversation with a win-lose mindset. Now we have two possible outcomes only, right? We have two choices, either to win or lose. However, if we are in a discussion and we are thinking victory and winning, or if we're in an experience, or if we're in a contest, if we're thinking success, there's no limit to success. There's no limit. There's no boundary, actually. There's nobody coming and saying the maximal amount of winning that anybody can do is this right here. It's infinite. So why divide it in half? Why think in terms of a win-lose mindset? I have answers for that. We've been taught that. We've been taught that there are winners and losers. There are good days, there are bad days, that there is right and that there is wrong. And we've been given this sort of dichotomous approach to how we describe and view our experience. And then we find ourselves many times stuck trying to figure out, why is it that we feel so limited in terms of our options? It's this mindset. It gives us two outcomes, two ways of experiencing the world. And so we have some days that are ups and we have some downs. Take two steps forward, take two steps back, and it has everything to do with how we are going about and how we're looking at our world. Basically, our mindset. So today, what I want to impress upon you is that there is another way of looking at the world, looking at our life, looking at each other, looking at ourselves. And that involves seeing victory only, a victory mindset, an abundance mindset, abundance mentality, success only. It's the only sort of not outcome, but way of experiencing the world. This is a suggestion, of course. All right. And I want to not say outcome, because we're never done. We're never complete. We can always adjust. And in fact, if we are thinking in terms of just making adjustments all the time, well, then we're never wrong. Okay, so it means that we are always making adjustments and we are always winning because we are always learning. Okay, I'm trying to convince you here that this is a very functional and very effective approach to going about your day and making the kinds of changes that you desire to make. Ultimately, what I want to impress you on is that if we have our life, our days, our relationships, our health, a function of our choices, well then we will absolutely be happier. As a matter of fact, if we and when we realize that our life, our health, our days, our relationships, when we realize the choices that we are making, that they're actually a function of our choices right now, well then we will start to be able to use these levers. So we're talking about a couple of different ideas here, and I realize that. But when we are considering our choices, and when we think, one choice is going to be the right choice and one is going to be the wrong one, 50-50, then it feels limited and it feels very stressful just because of the way we're looking at this. But we have unlimited choices. We have unlimited possibilities, unlimited ways of experiencing, unlimited outcomes. When we think in terms of how many different ways we can win, how many different ways we can be successful. All right. Now, I could end this on this note, but I want to just add a little nugget to this. Sometimes people will come to me and they comment on my videos and they'll tell me, you know, you're just putting a positive spin on things. I had a video where I was saying that why do we even consider an idea of failing, losing? Who suggested that when we are always making adjustments, when life is about adjustments? Sometimes people try to tell us and convince us that failure is inevitable. I mean, I am perfectly happy for people to use whatever framework of thinking about their experience that works for them. However, I've seen opponents, I've seen teams that will compete, and we're not going to make this about competition, but I've seen teams that compete against one another, and one team is thinking success is ours. That team is just standing in the way of our success. One team is going with a mindset like that, and the other team is thinking in terms of winning and losing. And when things start not to go the way they want, they will start thinking about losing. Their energy and their attention goes to losing. They don't know it. They're still playing hard, but they're playing not to lose, because that's where their attention is going. Pretty soon they're on defense all the time and they're struggling and they can't figure out why we can't get points on board. It's because we're trying not to lose. We're trying not to fail, and our energy is on failure because we acknowledge that as an outcome. But when we acknowledge, like that other team, that winning is the only thing, we are here to learn how to win. We're going to win one way or another, and that is how we work, it's how we live, it's how we play the game. Success is inevitable. That's what I want for you today, and for your life, for your health, for your relationships, for your income. That's what I want for all my people, everybody in this particular community. I hope that you can hear how I'm sharing this, and I hope that this has value for you. And if you hear me, if you feel me, let me know please in the comments. If you know somebody else who could benefit from this type of message, please share it with them. Remember, our success, our victory, it doesn't come out of anybody else's victory bucket, out of their success bucket. Winning and victory is not that conditional. People have tried to convince us of that, and part of that is what makes it difficult. It's ideas that we have brought into this. They're limiting ideas. We don't need that. What we need and what we could benefit from is to think in terms of winning and only winning. Take care, guys. Keep winning.